Listen closely, because this is exactly where everything you think you know about investing is about to be upended. And if it isn't, you're already falling behind. The world is burning with relentless waves of technology, tearing apart old rules, shattering the systems you were told to trust. You feel it, don't you? The pressure, the weight of watching others seize these new opportunities while you're stuck, overwhelmed, maybe even betrayed by the tools and rules supposed to keep you safe. That creeping doubt, frustration, the gnawing fear that your portfolio, your legacy, your influence could become obsolete overnight, that's no accident. It's the cruel edge of change, cutting deep, and it doesn't care who you are or what you've built so far. This is the battlefield where only the brave, the sharp, and the ruthless survive, and the old definitions of investment classes, dead, buried, forgotten. Stop for a second. Think about it. How many times have you sat planning, replanning, and still watching innovation bulldoze entire industries? Once, real estate was gold. Bonds felt safe, blue chips were temples. Now blockchain explodes. AI invents itself daily, biotech rewrites our biology, and the metaverse promises worlds beyond comprehension. These aren't just sectors growing, they are new realities spawning new investment classes. But you see, most players are still playing old games. They're trying to fit square tech pegs into round finance holes. That's why most lose. And maybe you feel it yourself, that frustration of seeing incredible gains scrolling by like distant stars, knowing the old roadmap is useless. Here's what you must burn into your mind. This isn't about stocks or bonds anymore. It's about access and control. Not just equities labeled tech, but decentralized finance platforms, tokenized assets, synthetic data marketplaces, quantum computing nodes, personalized health codecs. Real power lies in identifying ecosystems where technology disrupts not just products, but entire markets and behaviors, and where brand new investment classes erupt from chaos. These are not guesses, they are the infrastructure of the future. Investors who treat these domains like some speculative frenzy are doomed. The winners will drill deep, understand these beasts from the inside, and build strategies that treat these disruptions as entire new asset classes with their own rules, risks, and rewards. Feel that fire that's been simmering? That refusal to be left behind? Harness it now. Here's the brutal truth you need. The biggest obstacle isn't the technology, it's your mindset. You must stop waiting for permission, for consensus, for safe endorsements from gatekeepers who don't even understand what's coming. The system isn't broken, it's obsolete. Your role is to be the creator of new frameworks and the architect of future portfolios that collapse geographic and traditional asset boundaries. You must act like a founder, not a follower. Invest like a pioneer forging paths where no map exists, and the only certainty is that everything will shift underneath your feet. Now here's the call to arms. First, refuse to categorize innovation lightly. Every new tech wave, be it AI, blockchain, synthetic biology, should be dissected as a collection of microclasses. These microclasses will behave completely differently from any traditional markets you know. Learn to identify their unique value drivers, liquidity patterns, and social dynamics. For example, decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs, aren't just new companies. They are new forms of ownership entirely. Recognize these structures, study them, and then pour your capital, your influence, your negotiation into their foundations. You don't want to be a passive investor here. You have to be a builder, a partner, a decision maker. Second, build relationships across disciplines like never before. Your leverage lies in weaving connections between sharp founders, visionary engineers, disruptor investors, and even regulators. Technology disruptions aren't confined. They're complex systems with financial, legal, social, and ethical webs intertwined. Don't isolate yourself in familiar circles. Seek the fringe, the outliers, the rare individuals who are shaping these new worlds. This network will be your early warning system, your deal pipeline, your fortress. Third, embrace volatility not as a risk to fear, but as a price of breakthrough. Traditional investment classes were designed to dampen volatility, but these emergent classes live on disruption. Swift, sharp fluctuations that weed out the unprepared. You must learn to navigate, absorb, and exploit volatility. Develop models that don't just survive wild swings, but turn them into compounding gains. This means rapid iteration, constant monitoring, and humility to pivot or double down when the signal is clear. Fourth, and this is crucial, ignore the noise about sustainability or ethical investment only if those are empty words. The real future is about constructive capitalism that fuels transformation, not complacency. Find those ventures that embody emancipation and growth and pour your resources, not out of charity, but ruthless strategic calculus. Your capital is the most powerful tool to support projects that don't just promise profit, but solve fundamental systemic inefficiencies, open up access, and defy outdated hierarchies. Finally, master the art of strategic globalization. Borders don't matter anymore. Your investment thesis, your due diligence, your partnerships must be global by design. This means mastering regulatory arbitrage wisely, pursuing emerging markets with nascent technology adoption, and blending the dynamism of underground innovation hubs worldwide. If you're still thinking regionally or politically, you're shouting into the void. Take this moment and burn it into your bones. The old world is crumbling, and technology disruptions are not just creating new investing classes, they are demanding that you become a new kind of investor entirely. One who moves at lightning speed, thinks in nonlinear models, values relentless meritocracy over legacy, who builds networks where the rare connect, who transcends the imposed limits of nationality and tradition. This is not a game. This is war for the future of capital, influence, and freedom. So here is the command. Start now. Stop consuming passive advice that lulls you into false comfort. Audit your portfolio not yearly but daily. Identify gaps where traditional assets expose you to extinction. Hunt for emerging tech ecosystems with conviction. Build relationships with founders who refuse the status quo. Reinvent your own role, not just as an investor, but as a catalyst and architect of the future. Learn the languages of AI, blockchain, biotech, not to speculate but to dominate. And above all, claim absolute freedom from outdated risk models and false safety nets. Every second you waste doubting or hesitating is a second others pounce. And once these new classes seize mainstream capital, you'll be invisible, irrelevant, a relic. This is the ignition point. Your frustration, your pain, your anger, transmute it into relentless action and mastery over this shifting landscape. No more waiting, no more lies. The future belongs to those who understand that the power of technology disruptions is not chaos. It is opportunity forged in the crucible of transformation. You are not just investing. You are shaping the world to come. Every decision you make here is a step toward freedom, toward radical individuality that yields results, toward meritocratic power that reshapes everything. Don't just watch the future happen. Own it. Live it. Dominate it. This is your fight, and you will win.